Hello everybody, welcome back. To date we have this giant five row box here. It didn't have a lid on it or anything, but I don't know. Let's look and see what's in here. So, get our handy dandy divider. I guess this is treasure hunt number, oh gosh, I don't even know anymore. Looks like some gills of rabbit. I need lockets. I've got a whole bunch of guild gates already. It does look like it's not sorted at all. There's a locket. It kind of almost looks like packs were bought. Oh, I did that backwards. And like probably the rare taken out. And then just, that's awesome, but they've printed it so much. Lock it. I wonder if this whole, I don't think the whole box is this. Gateway Plaza. Yeah, these are all minty fresh. These have never been played. This is somebody bought packs and just dumped them. Took the rares and dumped the rest is what it looks like. Selesnya locket. You'd be surprised how many of those. Well, since I'm building the same deck 3 times now, or similar, the mana rocks are getting kind of thin in Selesnya. Yeah, a lot of guilds. So far, the only thing I've seen that I actually use. I mean, I've used some of these in decks like Healer's Hawk and whatnot, but I mean, like, use a lot have been the lockets. Golgari locket. It kind of looks like this. I'm beginning to think this may be a box that was bust as many cards as there is. I used to have all those numbers memorized because, you know, it's 15 cards in a pack and 36 packs to a box. It's 540 cards, and so I would make sure that I had room for 540 cards, and now they are adjusting pack prices, or, well, okay. They are not, they don't want to raise the retail for whatever reason, so they come up with the set booster thing, which a lot of people like. I bought a box of set boosters this go around because that's what was available. Hey, we're in BattleBond now. And so that's a very covert way. You know, the grocery company's been doing this for years. The Pringles and Del Monte. And how do you raise the price without raising the price? Give them less product. Those are 12 card packs. That's a Battle Mastery. That is decent. It's a foil Flame Wave Invoker. If you just got extra 8 mana be laying around. Foil Manalith. Dana Roach would be proud, wouldn't he? Foil Desert of the True. That's one that I use a bunch of. Foul Orchard. I grab all the emblems. Just I do. You never know when you're going to need them. And we're back to guilds. But that way you can increase your price without actually increasing your price. Give less product. But Wizards is so so awesome at it, they actually raised the price and gave less product. Because the set boosters cost more, but you get less. But what that is you're paying the gambler's premium for the list slot. Now, I have gotten some pretty good things from the list. I have gotten some pretty terrible things from the list. I mean, but it seems like there's way more chaff than there is hits, right? Am I the only one that's noticed that? It wouldn't do for me to curate the list. Would not. 121 cards on that sheet. But there again, it costs the exact same to print any one given card. Except, well, with the possibility of foil versus non-foil and rare versus non-rare, because that little symbol costs something. It may not cost a bunch. But I don't know how I got off on that topic. Probably something to talk about while looking through the same set of commons. Is it Locket? Is it Locket get used to a lot? Because a lot of Is it decks are artifact based, so. As are Boros. So you tend to use a little more in those. Especially since that's kind of all they have is mana rocks for ramp. Bunch of lockets. I'm beginning to think this is more than a booster box. Because that is more than 540 cards. I wonder if the shop had just opened up a bunch. Was there anything in this set that was sought after at the time of release enough to make a shop want to do a mass box opening? I was too busy trying to get the legends, which I still don't have all of the legends from all of the new little werewolf set. I need to actually get the ones I need up on the list. I don't have them yet. I know there's not as much as there was in the FR. Oh, thank goodness. There's still a bunch. Still way too many, but yearn for the days back when there was 5 per set, you know, 1 per each color, or 1 per each guild. Okay, I may be calming down. No, as soon as I do, I'll need lockets again or something. Might as well. I don't even think there's any uncommons in this. Yep. That's what happened. They did a mass box opening and stripped out all the non-commons. Surely this whole box is not this. If it is, I do apologize, y'all. I don't foresee that being the case. I don't know. Hypothesizzle. It's like Snoop started naming magic cards. Come on, Ravnica. You can't last forever now. I say that. Just want to look at something besides the same cards over and over again. Oh, look, 3 lockets in a row. Oh, no. Here. I want to make sure that we're done with... I did see a Dominaria card, so we know that it ain't all of it. But I want to make sure I'm done with it so I don't have to go back to it. I say that. I don't. Well, that old left thumb's getting to work out. These are very, very large boxes. Okie dokie. Feels like we're getting close. Hey, there's a Sorcerer's Wand. It is not in Ravnica. We are looking at some Dominaria stuff. Final Parting. Hello. I like me some Final Parting. That's a rat colony. We're going to put that in the cell box. Yargle. You know what? I'm pulling Yargle just because he's cool. And we're back. Back to Locket Town. Uh-oh. Oh, I thought it was sorted there for a second. Pack's Favor. Oh, Convoke. It's such an ability that balances good with bad. So, I mean, we all like cheaper spells, but we don't like tapping out our creatures to do it. Just like, Well, if nothing else, I think I'm good on what. Whoa. Dark Ascension. That's all the same card. There's some non-English ones. Well, as not interesting as that stroll through Ravnica was, it may be better than a whole bunch of the same card over and over again. Another rat colony. 3, 4. Skizik, that used to be rare. What we got? I'm going to grab those 2 foils just for my binder. Probably don't need them, but it's me, and they're shiny. Favorable winds. I'm probably getting low on those. Oh, More lockets. Okay. Emblem. Nothing's worse than needing an emblem and not having it. That's why I pull them out. I try to put all of the appropriate tokens with the deck, but that is sometimes it doesn't happen. Negate. I'm not really going to pull all the negates, but that one, because I noticed I was low in the box. Throw some swamps up there. Putting those. What y'all can't see here is the, I have up here a box of each basic land, and that way, because this table right here is where I generally build. For some reason I don't use as many islands as I do all the rest, which is weird because I'm not a dedicated blue player or white player or whatever. I'm just building everything. Pyrophobia. What do you want? That's close. I want red mana. You betcha. Pristine Talisman. That's pretty neat. On Sarah's Wing. Now, that's a Paradise Druid. I'll take that. Broken Bond. Man, I was so messed up about that card when it first came out. I was like, I'm going to need 1,000,000 of these. That's a pretty exclude. And we're to the other growth spiral. Getting low on growth spirals as well. Is that... Let me stop here, see if we can't clear this up a little bit. Well, I can make it worse. We've determined that. You know what? We'll let auto take over. Maybe it'll do a better job. Glow Spore Shaman. Jump ahead here to that block right there, and it doesn't matter. Oh, Gate Colossus. They made all those cards for the Gates deck, and now I've built that a couple of times. I think only once hardcore Gates, but it just almost got there. And I know it's because there hasn't been a whole lot of sets that focus on the Gates, but still, it's like the card quality just wasn't. Circuitous Route. Oh, that's a Canada MVP, isn't it? It's like the power level was just shy of where it needed to be in order to be serious. Sarcomantic Mirror. Future Sight just chilling out. Ooh. We're do the all mix-uppy thing. That's should be interesting. Painful Reward I use. I like looking at different stuff. I'm not gonna lie. That's a mulch. We're pulling that just because it's Stronghold. Man, what a griffin. Yes, I play Tribal Griffins, and it is one of my favorite tribes. Because, yeah, I mean, there's really got to be love there for the Tribal Griffins, you know, because there ain't no power. That 2-mana 2/2, that's the power to the whole deck. Generally, that deck starts at 4 mana for 2/2s. It's one of those decks that you're like, I'm playing Tribal Griffins. And if you lose, you're like, no big deal. And if you win, you're like, hey, I'm going to pull these little uncommon legends out just because I don't know what the binder in the box needs. I think I need some 19 uncommons. I'm not sure. Infernal Scarring. You can hide. Oh, it's Prying Eyes, my bad. Your prying eyes. Sorry, y'all. I actually just woke up this morning. Mad Science Fair project. So I have what sounds like the sleepy voice is what my kids call it. Oh, Dad, you have sleepy voice. Did I wake you up? Most of the time they do, but you don't say yeah. Gird for battle. We Dragonauts. Well, hadn't found anything amazing yet. What was that? 3 or 4 rat colonies. Which I've already... Oh, that is a foil. It's a bunch of foils, but that's an Ancient Craving. I'll use that one. Delirium Schemes, Watch Wolf. Okay. Those will look pretty in the binder. And you never know, those random foils. In 5 years, you may they may print the perfect legend, or at the rate they're going in 5 minutes, they may print the perfect legend to make all those random foils, you know. Because if I have a choice between playing with a foil and a non-foil, I'm going to play with a foil every single time. Back to Locket Town. Don't fall over on me, Stack. Five rows a challenge. We're 23 minutes in and we ain't even two-fifths done. 2/5. Well, it sounds weird to say, doesn't it? I should have brought me a glass of water in here. Emblem. Does this card upset anyone else? It's Hammer Dropper, and he's holding a hammer. Wonder if Art Direction did that. Or if the artist was like, you know, it'd be funny if the guy that drops the hammer wasn't actually dropping the hammer. Lockets. Too many lockets. So it looked like maybe... No, I have no theory now. Because it's all... Yeah. But, that's kind of why I like going through these boxes, Emblem. Is... You never know. It's like a box of chocolates. You never know what you're going to get. Had to pause on that pause for reflection. Ornery Goblin. How do I not remember this card? Because a lot of times when I don't... I have a tendency not to read cards as I am opening to whatnot because I'm looking right there. Legendary creatures, what I'm looking for. And I opened a set booster box of Midnight Hunt. Pre-release kit. Sorted them. Put them all in the binder, numerically. And I can't tell you what a single card does. Because I didn't read them. I pulled out the legendary creatures, you know, put them in their appropriate deck boxes, the ones I had, and I still haven't probably read any cards from the set. Guess I gotta do that before I start to... But generally, once I start building decks, I'll go to... Oh, here we go. It's a bunch of skillful lunges. Go to the binder and actually learn about the set. Thraben Heretics, anyone? And apparently whatever language you want. Oh, this rope's really tight. Short sword. Whisper don't see a lot of love. Random sleeve. Murder, sure. I mean, I use it. Fog bank, dark steel ingot, random foil, okay. Mandatory friendship shackles. A little more Ravnica. This box is a lot like Wizards. Just when you think you're done with Ravnica, you're going back. Let's take a chunk out of the middle here so it's easier to move. We have more Ravnica. He must have... Oh, yeah, the shocks. He probably opened a bunch for the shocks. Yeah, that makes sense. I wonder if with the prices of what they were at the time, I wonder if you could actually go positive just opening for shocks. I don't know if that's a thing that can be done or not. Must have been from the last. Well, I can tell you this. Whoever opened it was not looking for guild gates. about these weirdly sleeved ones down here? Let's take a look at those. Some dual deck stuff. You know, I should have been pulling out all that silver border stuff. I have a separate box just for silver border. Generous gift. Wing shards. That Segovian angel I use. It's a holy day. Swashbuckling. Gaz Blessing. I was so thrilled that got a reprint. I already got your Yargle. That's a Llanowar elf. We have, what is this, Remnants of a Deck? Red Blue. Modern Horizons. Shivan Dragons. We're finding Shivan Dragons in bulk. Oh. I'll be honest with you, I'm not thrilled about all that more Ravnica. We'll go ahead and keep that full art. Plague Crafter. That's nice. Oh. Barrier Bones shiny? Okay. That forest got hung up on the vault. What is that? Random 10th edition? Random is right. Call the Netherworld's been played. I know I played a bunch. Whoa, Ice Age. We keep everything older than Mercadian Masked. We pull out. Man. Divest. It's a neat token. I don't think I've got that particular token. Mirror Golem, or Meteor Golem I'll play with every once in a while. Short Sword. Uh-oh. It's the best card in Magic, folks. It's one of them there fetch lands. That Evolving Wilds. That's a... I don't know the name of the guy that has that channel. But every time he pulls a Evolving Wilds, he acts like it's the first time he's ever seen it and how great it is. And oh, I can't think of it. If you're still watching this late, Danny, put his name in the comments there. Because I know Danny watches him. Hey, do you remember that one time we were in Ravnica forever? We're back. With Hammerholder. That's an Ethereum Sculptor. I mean, it's not nothing. It's not Ravnica. Don't get me wrong, I like Ravnica. It's just, this is, was not anticipating a solid box. But of Rav between those two sets. But you know what? It's going to gear me up on my lockets. You know, silver lining and whatnot. Hammer dropper. Sphinx of the Mogosi. It's one of those welcome deck cards. I've actually used this. 3 mana colon draw card, and it gets bigger. Yeah. They have made worse cards. Yes, they have made better, but they have made worse. Was there something in the welcome decks that somebody wanted? Steady progresses. Occasionally steady progress will make it. Man, has that been chewed on? On the road again. Just can't wait to get on the road again. I'm sorry, I'll stop singing. I always got the music with me, right? Wait a minute, is that artificial? Oh yeah, scry one. Now it looks like these are. Nope, nope, not sorted. So this should probably be called Treasure Hunt Ravnica Edition. Well, this is the halfway point. So, it being the halfway point, I'll be honest with you, I think I'm done pulling guild gates. Because I think I have as many as I'll ever need. So, I can't not go through that, because as soon as I don't, there's liable to be something in there that I, you know, random other playable that I need. So, I gotta do it just for my own curiosity's sake, even though I kind of know it's all the same. Yeah, I know, I said I was done with the guild gates. I'm probably not. Or the lockets. Because you never know exactly how many you got, because there's 10 different ones, and both of these sets are kind of mixed. Now, granted, we've seen more guilds than we've seen allegiance, but I wonder if that's because of the shocks. I would imagine there's a whole lot of Ravnica bulk out there just because there's shocklands in it. But just remember, folks, it doesn't cost any more to print a fetch land or a shock land than it does a guild gate. Cost wizards the same. But I have a very unpopular opinion about about fetch lands. I don't share it a lot, but We're getting close to being done with this third row. This is like an endurance thing right here. And our last handful for row number 3. I mean, that's a chunk, don't get me wrong, but it is mostly lockets. I'll have to go through that stack and see what's not lockets at the end. Grab a random spot. Oh, look, it's allegiance. You remember that one time I said that we didn't have much allegiance? Yeah. Persistent petitioner. I'll throw that up there. Guess that's the thing we're looking for now. Fairy Duelist foil. What is this sleeved stuff here? Man of War. I like me some Man of War. Snow. An emblem. Random sleeves. Miniature market, okay. Silver border. Arvard is a decent uncommon. Looks like we are in a block of MH1. I don't think I bought any MH1. I don't want to hear no sad song. Grave Shifter. Ooh, Diabolic Edict. Make a habit of pulling out all slivers all the time, because you never know when you're going to need a sliver, or when they're going to print another sliver, when it's going to be like, oh hey, we were bored, so we printed this legendary sliver. You got to build slivers again, Canada. Silver. What is this? Ixalan stuff? Okay. Couple negates. I feel you. Thrashing Brontodon's a decent card, but I already have a block of them in my build box. Man, look at that full turtle. I like turtles. Why the Precinct 6 is not bad. Twisted Image. Wee Juggernauts. Lock it, lock it, lock it. Sculptor. See, now, see the Cyanide. That's it's not a cheap card. I mean, it is cheap, but it's not nothing. That's a Haughty emblem. Do I need to use this? Sack it. I'll throw one copy over there. I have a colorless deck that's on the block right now. Y'all can guess what colorless deck it was if you watched the last couple of videos. You know what? We're fixing to throw these in the forest box. Raff. Tend to use more forest than anything else, just simply because if a deck is green in another color, then you're probably going to use more green for your searching, you know, to make sure you can get your other colors. So you intentionally, if you've got 4 or 5 rampant growth type abilities, I dislike these inner sleeves. Our game is hard enough as it is. Oh, that's the back. Okay, these are proxies. Yeah, apparently those are, yeah. We're going to go ahead and trash those. I understand it. I don't like it, but I understand it. I throw those away. Because it never fails. Sometimes you're going to be building the deck and you're not going to look at the back, or you know, price is going to shoot up here on something random and you're going to be like, well, that would have been an expensive card, but it's got shock written on the back of it, or that's an ice flow. Chief of Foundry. That's from a commander set. Of course, I try to grab any commander card I see because, you know, those binders are not full at all. It's a playset of open fires, foil open fires. That's not done on accident. And it's in inner sleeve with those funky sleeves. So there's another rat colony. Yeah, wasn't a whole lot for red and Dominaria. Let's see. I thought we'd at least got lightning bolts, you know. Final Parting, Rat Colony. Broken Bond. Thorn Element. Man, that used to be rare and expensive. Uncommon now. And I'm passing it up in bulk. That's, yeah. I never thought that would happen. Tokens. Grun. I'd like to hit about 30 more Cabal or rat colonies. That'd be neat. But it does look like we are squarely in Dominaria, doesn't it? Unwind's a decent card. I mean, it's commons I'll get out, but... bunch of tokens. That's a Job. The Lawnmower Man. I think that'll be the last broken bond we pull out. Song of Frail Ice, that's a good one. Valdic. Jor's Familiar, I like that one. I'm going to need to, the hole here has gotten kind of big. I need to grab a handful from the other row just to fill it up so these cards don't start falling on me. Tetsu Foil Rescue. I use some rescue. I've always used rescue forever because it's pretty decent to rescue back your stasis. Oh, look at all that silver. And I had to get a handful. Shanna. Be liking Shanna. Arvad, Titan. See the sign up. Again. Great Furnace. Tokens, Llanowar. Jagged Scars. Forest. Somebody left the deck. It's just hard to pass up a Llanowar, you know. If you're in green and not specifically a theme that it does not agree with, you probably want it. Probably want the Llanowar for, because there's not a whole lot of turn 1 mana fixing or mana ramping. Okay, we got it to where we can operate now. This side don't fall down. In Bolus's clutches. No more broken bonds. But that is a laney. We're back in black. And apparently 3 foil sifter worms. That's not on accident, I can assure. And let's see. We are closing in on the hour mark, and we still got a row to go. Wow. If anybody is still watching, I do appreciate it, I know. But y'all are kind of like me. The suspense. You don't know what you're going to find. Don't know if it's going to be anything. It could be actual nothing. But, you know what? Even if we don't find anything stellar, it's one more box that I have checked off. It's one more thing. I don't have to go through it again. Forest. It's weird how I'm saving the forest over like most of this other stuff. I go through some lands now. I'll tell you that. I had made a post yesterday because I don't know when this airs or when anything else is going to air, but yesterday I tweeted that I had just finished building deck number 800, and it got me to thinking. I wonder how many dollars in sleeves are up there on that wall that sole purpose is just to sleeve basic lands. Because, you know, most of the time, the sleeve is going to cost more than the land. Oh, something got wet. We're going to go ahead and pitch those. Tablet of the Guilds. Alright. Last row. Somebody opened a bunch of that. Oh, because that had the Elvish Archdruid in it, didn't it? That's exactly why there's so much of that. Or the Chinese. Somebody was playing with Highland Lake too, wasn't they? Yeah, see? I hope Footlight Fiend never becomes anything, because that was a breeding pool, apparently. That is an Anthology Serrated Arrows. Pretty neat. Great Furnace. Seed of Synod. Seed of Synod used to be worth something. I'm not sure if it is anymore or not. Unstable Obelisk Magnifying. That's a prismatic lens. That's nice. I don't know if Seed of Synod is anymore, but the blue artifact land used to be a thing. Tidings. I like Tidings. Drop some swamps in the box. It's Almond Kit time. Almond Kitty Cat, as they say. Hey, check that out. We always go back to Ravnica. But that's a circuitous route, so. Always go back to Ravnica. This is probably gonna take all day long to upload. There's dust on it. Well, congratulations, we just hit the hour mark. Oh, look at that. I think we caught a break. Don't need no Ethons. There's the planes. Rick Salon. Some dust on this box. Generally, the old dusty boxes are the ones you're like, yeah, I want to look through that one. We see why this one has been left alone for so long. Wellspring, good for a loop. Deserts of the Fervent, I use them. Use all the... Wonder what set that's from. Somebody probably knows. Those random sleeves right there. I'm not sad about that. Because, you know, if the sleeve's in pretty good shape, I can use those to ship in. So, I have a couple of boxes of just, you know, random one-of sleeves. And that way, plate crafter, I'm going to ship cards. Because I'll put it in the sleeve, of course, upside down. And then I will put that into a hard guard and tab tape the top. That way it doesn't slide out, and it doesn't ever, the actual card doesn't ever come in contact with the tape. So that's just how I ship. Hard guards are a hard thing to find right now, because Ultra Pro and everybody else who makes them has, well, Ultra Pro shifted to those lines to make other things, and that's why my deck boxes and, you know, the hard plastic items are kind of difficult to get, and have been for a while. So there's another route, circuitous route for those of you listening. Not actual route. Creeping Chill's that thing? So we're going to pull it. I think it's the first one I've seen. I know some dredge folks like it. Sarah Angel. Another one of those cards I never thought I'd be passing in bulk. Yeah. Time. It's a thing. It's a big thing. Just celebrated my youngest 18th birthday. Wow. Youngest of 4. So you never, I mean, I'm sure there's a non-zero amount of y'all who just listen to these, don't really care about the card just because of my random topics. I don't know. Okay. We're getting close to the end, though. I can tell you that. We've got maybe a couple of handfuls left, and we'll be done. That's some, like, foils. Masters foils don't mean a lot because there's so plenty. Unless they're, you know, something big. Yep. Almost there. Are we going to end with Ravnica just like we started with Ravnica? It's a burglar rat. That's a revised fear. I mean, it's fear, but it is revised. And this is it. It looks like somebody started to sort. That's some random betrayers. Let's look at that. Call for blood, coat with venom. I'm gonna pull those call from bloods. It's random, all different sets. And that is it. I do appreciate y'all watching. You know, hour 5. That's a big deal. But this is a big box that we got done and out of the way. And, I was going to sort through this, but this video is long enough. We found lockets and other random stuff. So that's what it was. I do appreciate it, though. Y'all let me know if I missed anything. And we will see y'all next time.